Yo, what it do, people? We back. Welcome to another edition of Sour Over Podcast, brought to you by Killer Sounds IG Mixtape Series. Y'all know the ritual already. Get your instrument of choice, whether it's your dutchie, your farm tool, your backwood, your Bob Marley rolling paper, your yacht party rolling paper. Whatever you choose to roll up with, board the plane, sit back and get high with me. Now, this one's going to be a little different. The people's been asking for it, so I thought about it, and I said, yo, why not? So this is gonna be, some stories from the legendary neighborhood I rep out in Staten Island, New Brighton. You know what I mean? So some people out there watching, you got some stories. You rep New Brighton. Fuck it. If you rep Staten Island, you got some stories, you want to talk about it, pull up. Hit me in the DM, inbox me, hit my email, let me know what to do. Make it happen. So I'm going to get right into it. So this is, I want to say, 95, 96 school year up at Curtis High School. A lot going on. I believe Curtis was one of those talked about schools as far as the basketball. They were the most hated. You know what I mean? At that time, JV and varsity was elite. They was crushing everything. You know what I mean? And a few of the players was from New Brighton. So, you know how school is, lunchroom, antics, everything going on. You know what I mean? So, a particular group got into it with some Latin kings. At that time, that was the Nieta. You know what I mean? You know, they families, Latin kings and Nietas, right? So, situation occurred, so forth. You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? Boom. So, say about a week go past, tension flaring, you know what I mean? Those that went to Curtis at that time know how the setting was. You know what I mean? Week later, on a Friday, something jumped off crazy at the school. Police called up, all types of craziness going on. Boom. So now, this is Friday now, y'all. Situation jumped off. Crazy up at Curtis. So now, nothing too crazy, but, police was called, so forth. So, we back in the hood. We back in New Brighton. We chilling, doing what we do. Friday night, you know what I mean? We chilling. Might have been in Mahoney's. No, we wasn't in Mahoney's. Actually, we was in what we called Trey 1 at the time. That was PS 31 Night Center. Shout out to Miss Diane and that whole PAL staff. So we at Night Center. Certain individual come run up in the school upstairs where we was playing basketball at. Remember, y'all, this is Friday night. So run up upstairs where we playing basketball at. Yo, big as a situation. Blah, 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 blah. So niggas like, word, where? I don't know. No funny. The office phone rings. So, they had the step team and the drill team and all that in the PAL. If y'all been signed up in the PAL or participated in the PAL at one time in your neighborhood, y'all know they had the little drill team, the little traveling step team, and, some spots, our spot, we had a brother to brother where you had to conduct at least 35 minutes sitting in the session or to go upstairs and play basketball. You know what I mean? But anyway, the office phone rung. This is like 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, Friday. We just got word something might be brewing on. The office phone rang. Yo, person from New Brighton is on that phone and says, yo, I'm trapped. These niggas got me hostage at this location. It's like, word? Forgot who was on the phone that passed the message. Boom. Everybody mounted up. When I say it was actual fact, this man was damn near held captive, couldn't go nowhere. These Latin King niggas had this nigga trapped. They had him trapped. If he jumped anywhere, he jumped to his death if he would have jumped. If he came out, he was finished. So, long story short, we get to the location. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man. What a movie. What a movie. So now that's all Friday night, y'all. Think about this. That shit went on, boom, boom, boom. We get homeboy back to where he need to be. Saturday rock out, everything cool. Sunday rock out, we in the hood, everything cool. School? Monday morning? Oh, man. I'm talking about 7:45. If you wasn't at that fifth exit, 7:45, on that following Monday, you know what it was hitting for. It got crazy, y'all. It got crazy. I'm talking about security chasing niggas, police chasing niggas, the things trying to set niggas up. And this all from 7:45, just leaving the crib, going to school, encountered chaos. So they got word what happened Friday evening at whatever spot the situation happened at. So they knew come Monday, it's going to be some chaos. So they was basically thought they was beating us to the punch. You know what I mean? We wasn't aware that they knew because it was Friday evening after school hours. But we knew the situation was too big to not pay attention to everything. Man, I'm talking about we gone. Situation. Man. Then they threw something out there that it was a real casualty on their side, and they not letting it ride, and so you know that means we got to gear up. It's wartime, and we geared up. We geared up for about a good week. Straight rain, straight terror. Nobody's safe. Straight rain. Fuck school. Fuck school. Fuck the dean. Fuck the police. Fuck the truancy officers. It was terrible. And we looked at it as, yo, we can't get caught by none of these officials. We too close to home. So, you know, that havoc, It was a week of havoc, y'all. Now, fast forward, Wednesday night. Police come to the PAL, start rounding niggas up. So now you know the whispers is out there to yo got to be over. Shit get ready to get sticky. You know how the shit is. All right, so getting back info on what's what. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is the situation. That's the situation. All right. So we basically got tapped into the level of it, where we was at. You know what I mean? As far as up against the law. You know what I mean? Because we wasn't too worried about the peoples. You know what I mean? So we just worried about, these charges that was getting thrown around. And, we started thinking, you know what I mean? Are they trying to do, the gang assault thing? And, different factors start setting in. You know what I mean? A couple phone was made, attempting to squash the situation. And we agreed to squash the situation. But when we agreed to squash the situation, that's as a whole. Sometimes people hold personal grudges on an individual. They might just feel that way, So something occurred after that, and then it was just hell. It was hell for about a week. Hell. And then this is when we realized. Shit was real. So it's a Saturday night. Everybody spread it out through the neighborhood. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Let me know if y'all ever been to a parade and you hear that kind of noise. Or a protest. Let's say a protest rather. You ever been to a protest or seen a protest? And I'm talking about it's a large gathering and they all yelling the same thing. Like, because it's being repeated, the same thing being repeated at a high value, you got no choice but to pay attention to see the scope of what actually going on. So Saturday night, like I said, we scattered out through the neighborhood. I promise you, you could hear the rant. You could hear the rant 3 Manhattan blocks, at least 3 to 5 Manhattan blocks. And the rant just kept getting repeated. I'm not going to say what was being said, but it was loud enough for the community in its whole to hear. Like I said, it was loud like a protest. And they saying, you hear it, as you hear it, it's getting closer. Like you can hear it getting louder and louder and louder. Now, if you're not familiar, and those that are familiar with Jersey Street, I'm talking this side now, Jersey Street and Richmond Terrace. That's when you hear the shouting, the repeated words, but it's getting louder and louder and louder. Hey yo. I might have saw the Million Man March before the Million Man March started in D.C. When I say these Latin King Nietas turned that corner from Richmond Terrace on to Jersey Street, and those that was there, no, I'm not exaggerating when I say this number. They was at least 350 deep, all shouting the same thing. Oh, shit. Yo, to see that energy, we had to, what the fuck? We had to get to the back caves and regroup. You know what I mean? Yo, so now we elevated now. Now we in the buildings, the rooftops. You know, the signal's out because, like I said, the chant, you heard it at least 2 miles. No bullshit. No bullshit, man. If I'm lying, y'all tell me I'm lying. Those that know, if I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Shit was crazy. Now we elevated. Oh, shit. Yo. Shortly after, police helicopters, they scrambling. Now, mind you, like I said, they at least 350 deep. They at least 350 deep. So after them suicide bombs went off, police, you know, that's police attention. Now, police there, they got the helicopter, they locking all these niggas up. They catching them blocks away from Jersey Street. They catching them on Stuyvesant. Those that know these streets I'm talking about know what's in the proximity. They catching them on Victory. Listen, this is how much of them there were. No exaggeration, at least 350. And the police is finding them in all areas in the perimeter of Jersey Street, catching them. Stuyvesant, Westerville. They catching them. So couple of the hoodies got snatched up because it's a ruckus. They don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? Boom. So at that point, it was bigger than what we looked at it as, because I'm gonna be real with you. That 350 didn't consist of just the Latin Kings and the Nietas, right? They brought the Zulu Nation with them as well. And there was an individual from Zulu, like very reputable person from Zulu that was basically family to a few of the individuals from the New Brighton side. So they wasn't coming 100% in peace, because, you know, what came back was they came to settle the situation. But at that night, whatever went on, it was supposed to have been deaded after that. So shortly after that, there was a meeting arranged. Boom. Shit got, you know, swept under the rug, right? So we thought, situation happened, individual gets locked up, individual gets recognized, and we get into that story. Stay tuned. Peace.